Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I am MotherAzure, but you can also call me Maria. I am back again with another pick a card. Finally, let's see how this one goes. So this is going to be about what's blocking your path right now, or something of the sort. I'm not pretty sure how I'm going to title this yet, but we'll see. Before I get started, I did want to say the crystals that are here. They're all, as you can see, they're all square, which is interesting because I didn't pick them out for the sake of them looking similar. I simply put my hand into the little pouch, and the three that came out were these ones. This one was actually outside of the pouch when I went to get the crystals. So square crystals, they relate a lot more to the element of earth as far as I'm concerned, and they talk a lot about grounding. So if anyone right now feels as if they need to ground themselves, I recommend that you you pause the video and do a short grounding if you need to, because I feel like that's a message that's gonna apply for a lot of people. So grounding, if you need to do it, you can pause the video, do it, and then come back, or you can wait until you finish the video and then do it. But it's really recommended that you do, because this is not a coincidence, okay? So you have piles 1, 2, and 3. For pile 1, you have hematite. For pile 2, you have an aventurine. And for pile 3, you have unakite. So you may pause the video right now to pick your pile, and I'll see you whichever you choose. Hello, if you picked pile 1 with the hematite, this is your reading. I don't know if I should place it here. Well, I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna explain how this is gonna go. I have Oracle. This already came out. I shuffled, and these are the ones that came out for your group. I'm gonna put that right here because these are your tarot. Now there are 3 different cards from 2 different tarot. There's a reason for that. These are gonna represent the actual blockage, and these are gonna represent how you can remove those blockages, or what you can do in the meantime if the blockages are not there because of you specifically. And I did want to mention, you got a reversal. I don't read reversals unless they literally come out like this, in this way, because this one came out and it flipped. It did a 180 on my table, so I'm gonna take it reversed. I don't know what card it is. Well, I think I do, because I think I saw well, anyway, let's get into it. So these are gonna be your blockages. I'm not sure what, I don't remember. So you got the Tower, the Emperor. Sometimes you forget which one are these. This is the Tarot of Duro. Oh, there you go. You got the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so first of all, your blockages right here. This is so fucking clear. I'm sorry. So you got the Tower, of course. The Tower is this huge upheaval and a change. Sometimes the change is I would call it violent because it is the Tower, but just a harsh change in general, whether it's good or bad. But I don't think here it matters if the change was good or bad, because the focus here, the blockage is here because you are refusing to let go. There's something that you're not letting go of, and that's pretty clear for me based on literally just these 2. I didn't even need this one to know that, because the Emperor is all about, the Emperor is control, of course. He is an emperor, so it's this need to stay in power. And I mean, look at how he's holding that sword. He is in his power, and he's in control of what he's doing, right? He's holding a sphere, which they're calling my attention to right now. I didn't realize that. I know that has a name, that the sphere with the little cross. But the globe circles represent completions. But for me, this is reminding me of the 2 of Wands. You know how in the 2 of Wands, the person is holding a globe in their hand. It's like they have the world in the palm of their hand. That's what I'm seeing here. So what's blocking you right now? It's this need to stay in control, when what you actually need to be doing is letting go, because the tower is down. If you see, it's all the way over here, right? But you are not letting the tower fall completely. It's like you're trying to pick up the pieces and not wanting to let go because you're afraid of letting go of control. I feel like you could be someone that, I mean, being in control makes you feel safe. And this, whatever this is, makes you feel obviously unsafe. And you're trying your best to keep it because you feel that being in control and having some control over the situation is what's gonna it's gonna make you feel more comfortable. However, this is this is uncomfortable for a reason, okay? Whatever this is, if you're trying to have control over it, but you obviously don't, it's because you're not meant to like be in control of it in the first place. The one thing that we are in control of is our lives, but most specifically ourselves and our actions, because even in our lives we have influences from other places, like other people, and of course higher forces and all of that. So you have a certain level of control, but you need to know when to let go, and this is the time to let go. You have this Eight of Swords right here, which the Eight of Swords is like feeling stuck, but the swords are thoughts. They are your brain, your how you think about things, but this is in reverse. Like I said, I don't read reversal, so I'm not going to take it as a complete opposite of the Eight of Swords. For me, this is you starting to let go, because when you flip this card, the swords, they start falling, of course, because of gravity. So your blockage is this. The Emperor, like I said, has a certain level of control, but there are things that he's still not gonna be able to control. Let me explain this to you. Imagine you are an emperor or an empress, whatever you want to identify with, okay? You are in control of the kingdom. However, there are people that work for you that you can't 100% control. You have to trust that they're doing their job correctly, because you can't possibly take care of everything that's happening at once, okay? So I want you to think that and put it in the perspective of you in your life and with the universe, okay? You have control over certain areas of your life, but there are things that you cannot physically control because you can't do all of that at once, okay? And you need to trust that whatever you're not in control of, that it's going to be taken care of. Because if you are constantly worrying about this, you're going to be in this energy of the Eight of Swords, being unable to move and feeling stuck. Now let's see how. I'm pretty sure I know, like I just told you how to remove it, but let's get more information with these cards, okay? So you got the look at that. You got the Fool, the Six of Wands, and the Hierophant. I love this, okay? So obviously, the issue here with the control, the obvious answer would be to let go, but it's more than that, because sometimes people tell you like you need to let go, and you're like, okay, but how? I would really suggest, because I have issues with this myself, so I kind of know I relate to you if this is resonating in a certain way. So it's gonna be difficult to get out of this controlling energy if you keep thinking it, overthinking it and thinking, what can I do? How? A frequent question that I have when they tell me to let go is like, okay, but do I need to do something? Because I feel like I should be doing something. Whatever is going on right now, you need to take a step back, okay? And trust that it's gonna fix itself. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. That's something Alan Watts said. So I really recommend, listening to him right now. It's gonna help you a lot, I believe. It's like, in the Six of Wands, traditionally, there's a person coming from battle. It looks like battle because the person in the card is sitting on a horse, and there are people kind of celebrating, and he's wearing the crown of laurels, I believe. Is that the name? I don't know. But he left a whole battle behind. He's probably injured and all of that, but he's lighter now that he's coming back, right? So, I don't know if anyone has told you this, and if it resonates, take it. But you are allowed to rest, okay? You are allowed to do nothing, okay? You're allowed to just sit down and breathe for a second, because I feel like with this control that I'm seeing here, you work a lot. Even if you are not specifically working like on a job, your mind is constantly in action. So you're constantly thinking about something and how you're gonna fix something and how you're gonna take care of this. You could be someone that you feel the need to do everything because you feel like you can't trust other people to do it for you, or when they do it, you're not content with it. So at the end, you need to do it yourself. There's a lot of fixed energy here. Of course, the Emperor is Aries, which is not a fixed sign, but there's this, the Aries, it's like, how do I say this? They are leadership, okay? And I feel like you take the first step in a lot of things, but you don't know how to sit back later. A lot of fixed energy here with Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. Am I missing one? And Taurus. I was like, I'm missing one. So if you are any of those signs, any placements, I would recommend, checking those out. Because that can help you. I felt that my birth chart has helped me, and I always tell people to look at it in the sense of analyzing their own behavior. So now you got the Hierophant, which this Hierophant is interesting because you got the Emperor and the Hierophant. So this is like the masculine side, masculinity, and like the terms of spirituality. It doesn't have to do with gender. It's more like energy. So this is yang energy, right? Which is the masculine. Now, if you look at this Hierophant, usually you would see the Hierophant as being in control as well, just like the Emperor. However, here, he looks in control, but he is not. He is allowing. If you see this stairs, it's going towards enlightenment. He is allowing that to happen, and he's sitting in a very relaxed position, kind of like meditating. Which, by the way, meditating could help you. So meditating on, letting go of control, or seeing, meditating to find what issues in your life you're trying to control, or what things in your life you're trying to control, even people, and really see if you can actually control them, if you can't just let go of the reins, okay? This 5 is also change. Number 5 is change, with the Tower here as well. So yeah, you really do need to work on that part to be able to let go, because trusting is difficult, okay? I know that trusting the universe that everything's gonna be okay is difficult because it's the unknown. You don't know how it's gonna go. So you may have a fear of the unknown, and that's why you try to be in control so much. However, the universe is giving you an opportunity to learn this lesson of letting go, and I feel like you're ready, because we also have the Fool right here, okay? So the Fool is complete trust. You see she's falling, but she's like in complete, I would describe it as ecstasy almost, because of the extreme like peace on her face. She's just very content and just completely trusting that everything's gonna be okay. You have the Flower of Life right here. So I feel like this control issues, I don't want you to blame yourself for them, because this is a result of your upbringing, okay? And the things that have happened in your life, where you learned that you needed to be in complete control for things not to fall apart. Now it's your time to step back. You don't have to be in control anymore. You don't have to be, I was gonna say driving the spaceship. Spaceship? What the? Okay. It's like you can take your hands off the wheel. You can just let the universe do it for you. And this is also going to help with your manifestation specifically, because the 6 of Wands is also it's also a victory. So I know you're going to be able to do this, but this person right here is like a public figure. She looks like a singer almost. If that resonates with you, you're going to do well. If you're a singer, and you're trying to get out there, it's like, stop looking at other people and how they're doing. Focus on how you like to do things and what really resonates with your soul. I apologize, I hit the mic. But she's on a stage right here. So I would say this, well, obviously this is about you, but it's almost like the same picture, like she just let go and just landed on the stage, So Get rid of things that don't that are adding to the burden that you have on your back. So really sit down and think, hey, what am I trying to control or take over that I can't actually control? Because when you take over things that you can't control, you just become very stressed and anxious and just overall really exhausted. Okay, so these are your oracle. These are just going to be probably like they may clarify, or these may actually confirm something, or just add more information. So let's see. You got the Seas of Mintaga, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Yeah, I was going to say that you probably do this subconsciously. You're like, yeah, but I'm not trying to control anything. Or like, I don't think I'm trying to control anything, but you are. So you really do need to, if the rest of the reading has resonated with you, you are controlling something, because I don't think this is going to resonate with you if you aren't, even if you don't know exactly what it is or how you do it. So this is going to take a lot out of you. But because you picked the hematite is a stone of protection as well. So I feel like you're being led, and you of course are protected. So I don't think you have to worry about that. Don't worry that if you let go of the reins that something bad is going to happen. Okay, so you got release and accept. I hope you can see that. I don't know. Okay, you got light as matter, and you got you got the angel of Aries. Okay, so you got MotherAzure. I don't know how to say his name. I'm so sorry. He is the angel of Aries, which I mentioned Aries here because Aries is like this leader. I'm gonna read the back of it so you can, there's a sigil right here. I'm pretty sure you can't see that, but let's see. So the moment before we act, there must be an impulse to begin. Sometimes this force comes from our own will, and sometimes it seems to arise from nothing. From the abyss, MotherAzure emerges, bringing with it the strength to enact change. We are close to this angel whenever we take action. It is the power to be present in the moment and the wisdom to prepare for the future. There's always danger in its presence, but more hardship without it. Wow, okay. The power to be present in the moment and the wisdom to prepare for the future. There you go. I feel like that's just the energy of the Emperor, like incarnate. Taking action. And I had this thought while I was doing like flipping the cards out, letting them fall out, about taking inspired action. Okay, and that has to do with this as well. If you have been like I said, struggling with control issues, you're always doing something and you keep doing things. Okay, you keep trying to control everything. Sorry, I had to move that because it was slipping out. But taking inspired action is taking action when you feel the need to take action, not do it because you feel like it's your job or because you have to do it, because if you don't do it, something is not gonna go right. Now, this is specific to someone. If this is related to other people specifically, like you doing a lot of jobs, when I say jobs, or just tasks, for other people because you don't think they're gonna do them right, or because they literally influence you into doing them, you are not responsible for them, okay? You are responsible for you and your life. If they can't do their own things for themselves, you don't have to do them for them. That's their task, okay? I just wanted to let that sink in. Now, release and accept, obviously, releasing has to do with this letting go, okay? I did mention your manifestation, so if you have been manifesting or expecting something to work for you, but it hasn't, it's because you have to release something. When you try to keep control of certain things, there are other things that can come in, and that's why the universe tries to let us, that's why the universe knocks down the tower, okay? Because that tower is just taking up space, it's not working out, and there's something new that needs to come in its stead, right? So you gain control by releasing it. Again, I'm going back to Alan Watts. I said it wrong. And this light as matter, I am... Now, this could be referring to light, like literal light as matter, but it being as light as matter, which is interesting because matter isn't necessarily light, you know? But I'm gonna read this one from the book, actually, because I am not sure what that means. I can't remember all the meanings of the oracle, so let me just look it up. So you got light as matter. Where is it? Bear with me. 47. Okay. Shapeless light takes shape within your matter, radiated out. Don't get stuck in the particle hard state. Instead, be aware, smile, laugh, tap back into the light wave state, in the light wave state of your soul, and let that inform your mental, emotional, and physical experience. Be the expansiveness within you, and there you will find freedom from dense constraints. At any time, we can choose to shift our perspective and move into a different state of being. If you find yourself becoming quite frustrated with your life experiences, ask, how can I see this differently and make changes that align with my highest good? I'm going to repeat that question. How can I see this differently and make changes that align with my highest good? That could be a good meditation question for you, or just something to think over, because I feel like it really has to do with this. Now, seeing potential, bringing consciousness to light and earth. I didn't read this one. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So like I said, this is coming, I believe, from your past, maybe your childhood, your upbringing, and people around you. That's how you learn to do it, and you don't know any other way to do it. So this is going to be difficult. And the fact that if you're still listening to this, I want to congratulate you. First of all, this is long. Second of all, it's difficult to want to work on this, and just being here willingly, I would be willing to applaud it, because you took the first step, right? Because you're listening and you're considering it, right? So now you got the Seas of Mintaka. This is bringing your consciousness to light. So like I said, you could be doing this on a subconscious level. Maybe you don't know exactly how you are controlling things, but you can find this with enough introspection, okay? So the specific areas of your life that you're trying to control, you can find that out through introspection. Control can look in many ways. It can look like I said, doing things for other people, or control can also look like working yourself to the bone, okay? It can also look like trying to control your partner, or asking, people a lot of I'm gonna say invasive questions, but they don't have to be invasive. Just where you're going, with who, and all that. You can rest, okay? The important takeaway here is that to remove these blockages, you need to step back and rest, and you need to allow the rest to unfold, okay? You can sit down and you can, I was gonna say sleep, if that makes sense. You can sleep. It's okay. All right, everything is gonna be okay, and you need to know that. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST, and occasionally on Sundays. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well if you want, because I do my updates about the channel over there, and I'm posting readings occasionally now. Because it takes a lot of my time. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, I have my Venmo, my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it's always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello, if you did pile 2 with the adventuring, this is your reading. So let me explain how this is going to go. So you got 2 sets of tarot. I'm going to put your oracle over here. This is already picked out. That's how they came out. So you got, these are going to represent what's the obstacles, what's blocking your path. I said pass. What the hell? And these are going to give me more information on how to remove them if possible, and if not, how to just take the next step, how to go about these blockages, to see how you just overcome them, or just flow through them. That's interesting. That's not what I said on group 1, but we'll see. So you got the 7 of Wands. This is the Knight of Pentacles. I sometimes forget the names of these cards. And you got the 2 of Swords. Okay. Now, it's interesting that I said the flow thing, because there are no cups here. You have all the suits except the cups, because you got wands, pentacles, and swords. So looking at these cards, there's a certain, I'm gonna say rigidity, is that a word, about you here, and a certain level of being. This card in this deck reminds me a lot of defensiveness, so being a bit defensive about something, a certain fear of being hurt in some way, or just a fear of how do I say this? It feels, even though he's sitting, it feels like he's still ready for battle in some way, because he's still holding his shield like that. And with this Knight of Pentacles right here, he's not even on his horse, he's next to his horse. All the other knights in this deck are on their horses, this one is not. And he's still taking that pentacle, which is for security, in my opinion. I mean, it's his pentacle, but he keeps it with him. He's not even riding the horse yet. And with this Two of Swords, the Two of Swords talks about kind of like this refusal to see, and just holding the two swords in a defensive manner as well, just with your hands crossed, not letting anything come through. But a little bit about confusion or two ideas, right? So there's more energy in this pile of being or feeling stuck than in the first pile, because I feel like in the first pile it was a lot more about them doing too many things or trying to control too many things, and in this pile it feels like you are stagnant, like, and if not stagnant completely, just moving very, very slowly, because you see he's sitting, this knight is just standing there, he's not even on his horse, so he's not going anywhere. And in this Two of Swords, there's a chicken right here, she's behind the swords. There's a fox over here, but she's not going anywhere either. There's something keeping her there. So I feel like this is coming from an inability to choose a specific option, or an inability to see where you're supposed to go next. So there's stagnation here because your mind is a little bit clouded, or maybe you're just not sure which decision to take or which path to take, because you feel like it's a little bit too risky in some way. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna take these out, see if I get more information on how to remove these blocks. Maybe I'll get more information on the actual blocks, because even as I'm saying this, it's like you are stagnant because you don't know which path to take, and that's the energy that I'm getting. So I'm also not finding exactly what the blockage is, even though I know it's like this inability to move forward or backwards or sideways. I'm not getting more information. So I feel like that's representing a little bit your own mental state at this point. Let me get these ones. So you got the Eight of Swords. Pile 1 also got the Eight of Swords, which is interesting. So maybe you would like to see it. You got the Lovers, a decision again, and the Knight of Swords. See, there you go. Now, look at this. You still have this Eight of Swords and the Lovers. Now, the Lovers, it is the Lovers, so it can be interpreted as a relationship. This could be about a relationship, but not necessarily, because the Lovers talks about a decision. You need to choose, because there are literally two. And I want to remind you that the Lovers in Tarot looks almost identical to the Devil card, okay? So there's a Sagittarius symbol here, right here. It reminds me of Sagittarius. I don't know why the Lovers has that symbol, because the Lovers is usually, I would say, associated with Gemini almost, but there's a Sagittarius here. Maybe that's your sign, maybe not. But the Adventuring does remind me of Sagittarius. I don't know if it has to do with Sagittarius or not, it just does. This also has to do, I see it as luck, because green for me represents, luck and hope. But also abundance, okay? So I just wanted to say that. If you see this here, these are all stuck, including this one. However, in the Lovers, you're making a choice. And then you got the Knight of Swords, which is movement. It's like fast movement. It's like the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in tarot, okay? And you got it alongside the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest one. So you do need to make a decision, because what's going to remove this blockage is you moving forward, because this blockage is there because of you. Don't blame yourself. I'm saying in the sense that this is coming as a result of your own actions or inaction, okay? And that's why you're blocked, because you are not moving. Like, you're not going anywhere. You're not exactly doing anything. It doesn't mean that you are just sitting at home and not doing anything. It just feels like this can also be about falling into a routine that's not fulfilling for you, but you're not changing it and you are not doing anything to change it whatsoever. Or just feeling like you are not, or like you're not changing what you're doing because you don't know how to change it or in which way to go. A lot of Libra energy here with that inability, to choose, or that heavy consideration of which way to go. So removing this blockage is you are gonna have to make the decision of moving in one of these ways. You could have, because we have the two so many times here. I mean, not so many times. You got the Two of Swords here. You've got the Lovers here. This also, I said two because of the mirror. It's about you. It could be two decisions. Just decisions could be between, I don't know, lovers, or just careers, or just a project, or a decision between doing what you're doing right now and staying comfortable, or choosing something that's going to make you a little bit more uncomfortable. Okay, I wanted to bring to your attention here. I don't know if you can see it, because this Knight of Swords, he has in his shoes, he has 0, 1, like the numbers 0 and 1, like a computer. But 0 and 1 is like a new beginning. Okay, so this is you running, like making the decisions to move forward, and you're being guided. Now, these are swords. This 8 of Swords right here, you see the crows, they're holding her, I was going to say hostage. So this is the inability to move right here as well, being represented. But it's mental, because the swords are mental energy. They're thoughts. They are, in just the intellectual mind, okay? So you're not actually stuck, and you need to realize that you're not actually stuck. Seeing that what's keeping you stuck is yourself and your own thoughts, and you are able to move forward if you choose to do so, okay? If you're in a situation where you are actually, like, if you've been considering your options, and you're like, I don't have any way to get out of this one, yes, I'm gonna say that yes, you do, okay? Really sit down and reconsider. Think outside the box for this one, okay? Whatever this is, maybe you feel constricted because you have only, 2 ways to choose, or few ways to, too few ways. It's like you feel like you don't have that many options. But if you think a little bit outside the box, you're gonna find a creative solution for this, okay? I'm gonna get into these ones that may provide more information regarding this. They may not. They may be confirmation, but we'll see. So you got lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Then you got the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. You got be love. Then you got embrace. And you got Shazakiel. I'm gonna bring him, I don't know, closer to you. This is the angel of mists. Oh my God, how the hell? Okay, I'm gonna read it to you. It says, this place that is somewhere in the middle. Where can I go if I am denied flight? How can I stay if I am denied presence? These questions fill the night air, crowding my wings and obscuring the light. But I know I am not the fog, but I also know that I am. Holy shit, okay? Jesus, okay. So if that doesn't make it clear, I mean, what else? This is just a full confirmation of what I was saying. So again, you feel just stuck in the middle, like, damn if you don't, damned if you do, if that makes sense. So it's like, you don't think you have a choice. This angel right here, there's another version of this card in that deck. This is the Angelarium. It's like a collectible. They're collectible cards, but I use them as divination, obviously. There's another version of this card which explains that this angel, which is a watcher, this is coming from the book of Enoch, right? This angel was unable to choose a side when the war between the watchers and the other angels and God and all of that. That's the story in the book, okay? he wasn't this angel was unable to pick a side, and he also fell, okay, as an angel, even if, because he didn't choose anything. But then the other fallen, I'm gonna say fallen angels, they were not fallen angels, but the other watchers kind of resented him too, because he didn't choose their side either. He just stayed in the middle, and that's why he's the angel of mists. Okay, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't read the full book. And there's another bird here. It looks like a crow as well, and it says crowding my wings and obscuring the light. So again, anything unaligned must go. The choice that you need to make is going to become clearer when you remove the mist. Like, if you allow yourself, you need to question and really think about it. Like, do I really have only these choices, or did I make myself think that these are my only choices, or did someone else make me think these are all my only options? Because I do have the Lovers, and I also have Embrace here, and there are two people here. Okay, so this may be, like I said, this could be related to a relationship. It doesn't have to, or maybe the person that put this idea into your head that you only have few options is the person like that you're talking about here. It could be a parent, it could be a friend, yourself. It could even be yourself, like, to be completely honest. If you need help right now, if you're feeling stuck, I'm really feeling here that it would be beneficial for you, again with that Libra energy, to talk to someone else about it. Someone, I think, it's gonna be able to provide for you a more, like, a different perspective. If you can't change, if you can't shift your perspective yourself, right? Talk to someone else, because there are not two people in this world. No two people in this world. I got stuck. No two people in this world that have the same perspective. There are gonna be people with similar perspective to yours, but they're always different in some way. So this could be a friend that they're talking about. It could be just about anyone, to be honest. But just ask someone their perspective on the situation. Someone that you actually trust and that you know is going to try to help you. And they may give you some very valuable advice. This choice, again, whatever this is, with the Be Love card, it's like, choose. This is talking about being love, of course, but being love doesn't equal peacekeeping. In the sense that sometimes keeping the peace keeps you stuck. Sometimes keeping the peace does not equal being peaceful or kind. It kind of means just trying to keep everything, together, and not, even if there is chaos in the middle. Okay, this is about, for me, this is about choosing what you think is right for you. If this is involving other people, do not put, like, if this is a choice between you choosing yourself and choosing someone else, choose you, okay? Because this inability to choose comes from a place of almost wanting to please people all the time. So you could be kind of like a what's the word? I lost it. It's like people pleasing. Maybe you have that issue with people pleasing. That's why you're stuck, because you don't know how to make this decision for yourself without thinking about other people and how it might affect them. If this is a decision between your happiness and your well-being and someone else's just wishes, choose yourself. Don't be miserable for someone else. It's gonna be difficult, because I feel like this is you. This is something that you have. This way of being has become you, in the sense that you've been doing it for so long. It's not impossible to change it, but it's gonna be difficult to take the first step in making this decision. Okay, but I believe you can do it 100%, because we do have this here, and with the golden children here, this could be coming again from your inner child, like your inner child having to please other people all the time, so you don't really have like a wish of your own, if that makes sense, or even if you do, you ignore it. So healing, working with your inner child, which, by the way, it's not like a spiritual woo-woo thing, it's like psychology, okay? dealing with that inner child, working on them is going to help you do this, get out of this stagnant energy and this inability to move forward, because I feel like you're in the same place and you have been there for a while. So, and it's really time for you to get moving. Okay, it's really time for you to start moving in some direction as well, and in the direction that your soul is calling you towards, like in the direction that your soul says you're supposed to be in, supposed to go in, right? And at the end of the day, I wanted to say this because relationships with other people are very important. However, you shouldn't sabotage or hurt or put yourself in it's not harm's way. It's like putting yourself in super uncomfortable situations for people all the time. You also matter, okay? You are important and your wishes are important. You don't have to weigh other people's, like, how they may feel or what they may need. You don't need to do that all the time, because who's doing it for you? I just wanted to say that, like, if you do this, if this resonates with you, you're doing things, it's like you do this, but does someone else do it for you? I just want you to think about that for a second. If this is you, if this is what you're doing, has anyone else ever done this for you? The answer is probably no, unless they have, that attitude that is the same as yours, and that way of being, of course. Which, by the way, I'm not shaming you. I'm just talking about it. So you don't need to do it. It doesn't mean not to be kind, not to be loved. It simply means being selfish from once in a while is not a bad thing, and choosing yourself once in a while is not a bad thing either. You are allowed to have your own wishes and take your own path, okay, without having to consider everything and everyone else's wishes and how they may feel. Okay, it's up to you. It's your life. You are allowed to move forward. You don't have to wait for anyone else to catch up. You don't have to wait for anyone else to decide to move with you. If you need to move and they're not moving, you don't have to wait for them forever, okay? I just wanted to make that clear. So that blockage is here. The blockage is this inability to move. And your way of removing the blockage is literally just moving forward, choosing to take that first step. And you don't think that that you have to just take off running like in this Knight of Swords. Just taking the first step is enough of a step forward. One step is already taking you out of the stagnation, okay? So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well, because I do all of my updates about the channel over there. And I also have my Venmo and Cash App in my description if you want to donate to the channel. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish the best of luck on your journey and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello, if you did pile 3 with the Unicide, this is your reading. So I'm going to explain this here. You already have your oracle picked out. I'm going to put it over here. And you have 2 sets of tarot. So these are going to represent the blockages, and these ones are going to represent how to remove them as possible, if not just the best course of action, okay? So let's get into it. You got the Judgment card. I knew you got the Judgment card because this card literally, like, it almost broke on me as I was shuffling, and it just jumped out. And you have Judgment. So I mean, Justice? The hell? And the 4 of Pentacles. Holy shit. So first of all, a big part of this blockage is like not coming from you, because these 2 cards for me represent that certain higher power. So there's a blockage in place for a reason, and it's because whatever they're stopping you from, there's a reason from it. I've heard something similar to God's, like, negation, God's protection, or something like that. You don't have to believe in God. This is just something that came to mind right now. So the reason you are blocked, first of all, it doesn't necessarily have to do with you. Although, no, never mind. They're saying, like, it does have to do with you, but you didn't place the blockage. They placed the blockage for you in order to change your behavior in some way, if that makes sense, or change, it's like almost force you to change, to make a change that you haven't made. So maybe you have been running away from changing something, or taking a specific decision, or just not shifting your perspective. And wherever you're going next, you need to let go of these old ways, because we do have the Four of Pentacles right here. The Four of Pentacles is a very kind of like, I always call it the mind card. Like, it's just like that, like it's like holding on to something very strongly, although it's not very stable. So, but this is, even though this is Pentacles, this is talking to me about behavior in some way. So there's something that you are doing that has to do with this. Again, it's related a bit to pile one, with this necessity to maintain whatever it is that you have, even though it's not much and it's not keeping you stable, or it's not helping you in any way. And the universe is like, no, that's enough, that has to go. Because I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, I feel like I said, it's a behavior, but it's really, it's like almost self-sabotaging in some way. That's the way that I'm feeling it is. It's like, how do I say this? Now, this is Pentacles. Pentacles talks about the physical plane, so this could be relating to your job, or just anything like in your life that is, you know, physical. This could be about literally your physical body, literally, or your job, or the way that you do your job, or just the way that you're acting, just physical ways. Or also, they could be talking about relationships as well. But there's something in your behavior that needs to change. I'm gonna get these cards, because I need more information on what this is. You got the Four of Pentacles again. What? You got the Temperance card and the King of Cups in reverse. That is so interesting. You got the Four of Pentacles twice, first of all. However, there's a very different vibe in these two cards. First of all, in this card, you're being looked at. So they're overlooking whatever it is that you're doing. They always are, but in the sense that they're paying special attention to your actions in the physical plane, because it's like they don't want you to hurt yourself. If you see this person, they're climbing, it looks like a rock, it looks like a mountain almost, to get to these things. And they're looking at you like, don't fucking follow me. Like, don't be careful, you're gonna fall, you're gonna hurt yourself. Maybe they're actually stopping you. Okay, they're stopping you, like the blockage is there, but it's there to stop you from making a specific decision in the physical plane, or if not a decision, it's like from getting something. It could be money, literally. It could be a specific job that they're blocking you from getting, and they have been blocking you repeatedly. Or it could be also a relationship, because it is Pentacles, so that is the physical stuff. So maybe if this is about a relationship, it could be someone that is not gonna be great for you, and they keep stopping you. So if you look at this Four of Pentacles instead, she's over here. Yes, she's holding her purse close to her, but she's almost turning. It's like she's looking back at her city and holding the purse, but it doesn't look as possessive as the usual Four of Pentacles. It feels more like, this is mine, this is what I have. But in this deck, I remember this card talking about sharing what you have in some way. If this is a behavior and not about a specific relationship or something else in your life, it could be talking about you being very kind of like, how do I say this? Keeping everything to yourself in some way, not in a malicious way. It's like trauma in some way. It's like you not wanting to show everything that you are or everything that you do, because you don't feel kind of like you should. It's like you're not there's something that you're not sharing here that needs to be shared in some way, or something, or a decision or a step that you're refusing to take even though you should be taking it. This card, she has an earring with the Othela, I don't know how to say it, the rune, which has to do with, if I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the home. So again, very physical. Maybe you're looking for a specific home and you want to buy one and it's not working out. It's them blocking you because it's not for you, okay? With this Temperance card, is about they want you to step back to remove this blockage. You need to step back for a second and really consider what you are doing, because I feel like whatever it is, it's not healthy for you. And I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. If this is resonating, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're not lost. You know what this is. Because I feel like you've gotten so many signs about it and so many messages about it, yet you keep ignoring them. They're kind of like, the universe and your guys, they're kind of like, do you see me? Like, do you hear me? Like, I'm talking to you in some way. It's like denial, almost. It's like a bit of denial here. And you know, but you keep just like kind of pretending that you don't know. Or if not pretending, it's like you know and you notice it, but whatever it is so uncomfortable for you that you go back to pretending like you don't know about it, if that makes sense. And with this King of Cups in reverse, again, I don't read reversals. When they come out like this, I take them because I feel like there's a reason for that, but I do not know. I do not read like the reversals. So I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna read the book real quick because I truly don't read reversals ever. I'm not used to reading reversals, and the kings, you know, they're kind of difficult to read. So let me get that King of Cups. So Shadow Seer, which is like the reversed version of this, it says, a drama king, withdrawn, not in touch with emotions being triggered, temperamental, an opportunity to work with a subconscious mind and dive into self-care. Now, there's an affirmation here, and maybe you would like to use it. It says, my heart holds deep wisdom and love, and I use it to connect and lead. This number, the page is 121. Which is interesting. That may be an angel number for you. Let me get more information here, because I honestly, they're not explaining it to me much, like, to be completely honest with you. So you got deep cellular healing, like Taurus energy, physical and emotional healing. Then you got karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. Again, if this is about a relationship and you're trying to get into a relationship with this person and it's not working out, or like you want a specific relationship and it never works out, there's a reason for it. It's like, I almost feel like this may trigger you a little bit, or it may, you know, bother you, but they're saying like this one isn't the right one for you, and if it is, or if it doesn't really matter if it's the right one or not, if it's your soulmate or not, it doesn't matter. It's like you are not ready for this, because they're kind of stopping you, if it is a relationship, from getting into a relationship, because the way in your healing journey right now, if you were to get in a relationship, it could be abusive potentially, and they don't want that. So I wanted to get that out of the way, because I really am getting that message. And you got begin anew, yeah, dream, and you got Samyazad, which is the angel of pride. I'm going to read it. All hail, firstborn, giver of names, father of giants, protector of the house of man. Long shall be his days. Again, the house of man, which is the physical. It says begin anew. There's a certain, maybe you're someone that lives like very, very, very in the physical world, and you have been. I mean, we all do, but what I mean is that you're very focused on material things, which isn't necessarily bad, but you are neglecting your emotional self and your spiritual self. And the growth necessary for this to work out, for this blockage to be removed, you need to work on your spirituality, and you need to work on your emotional self and on healing the self. Again, begin anew. This is the most, like, this is healing, okay? This is almost a phoenix. I'm not sure if it is a phoenix, but it looks like one to me. So you need to undergo healing in order to remove this blockage, because they are blocking you. The reason they're blocking you is because you haven't like done your healing, and you The longer you stay in this way of thinking, or this way of being, or doing this behavior, the farther away from you your manifestations are going to be, and like you're just going to be repeating the same cycles, and you're meant to get out of the cycle already. It's like you're long overdue from breaking out of the cycle. Okay, you may get a lot of karmic shit, to be honest, because they're trying to make you do the healing, but you're not exactly doing it. Again, it feels like a bit of denial, but you know your situation, obviously, and this is still a general reading, keep that in mind. So this is related to, again, relationships. You could get like a lot of flings, and if not, they're not flings, they're just relationships going wrong. Even if they're not romantic, it's like you want to get with this person and it doesn't work for whatever reason, and you get hurt, but then you do it again. It's like you do the same, you do the same pattern. Even if you tell yourself that you are not doing it, you're still following the same pattern because you haven't healed what's causing the pattern. So you really need to go deep within to do this healing, because it's something that your ego is stopping you from fixing this. The ego isn't bad, the ego is there to protect you, but sometimes it gets in the way of stuff. Okay, and with this angel of pride right here, again, it's like you're not admitting to yourself that this is not good for you, and what you're doing is not like or the relationship, or whatever, like the job, or whatever it is, you're not accepting that it's not for you. You want to keep trying because you feel like if you stop, it's like you want it. Again, okay, I'm going to talk about this. It feels like whatever this is not what you truly want. Like, if this is a relationship, it's talking about you being in love with the idea of love, or you just want a relationship. You say that you want a relationship, but what you truly want is something else, like your desire. You don't want a relationship. You want what a relationship can give you. So you don't want a boyfriend so bad. Maybe you do for some, you do, but it's like what you truly want is to be loved. Okay, and there's a part of you that's lacking that love for whatever reason, and the first step on healing it is to realize that and start loving yourself first, and then things are gonna get moving. It is about I don't know, I lost my train of thought. There was a sound somewhere. What the hell was that? It was like a notification, so you may get a text message, I don't know, like right now, but you need to notice the pattern and accept that the pattern exists, and then do the healing to remove the pattern, and then the blockage is going to be removed, because they're blocking you for the sake of protecting you. Okay, if you're a bit clouded here and you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can do some healing. Like the Unikai, if I'm not mistaken, has to do with the eye chakra, like the I don't know, this one, but you need to do some healing in like your I forgot, your third eye chakra right here, to bring you this clarity. Okay, and reach out to your angels, your guides, whoever you work with. They're gonna help you with this, but you need to let them help you, because they have been trying to help you, but you're not letting them, because you are holding on to this so strongly. They're not judging you. We do have the judgment card here, but it's not like they're literally judging you. They're kind of trying to get you to notice it. I mean, look at the angels. He's just blowing a freaking horn on everyone's ears, and you're still like there, like not moving. I'm sorry. It's like, again, they're not judging you, but they're really trying to reach you. All right. So you need to allow that to happen. You need to do the healing, and then the blockage will be removed, because it's not up to you. It's not that blockage you can remove any other way. Okay. So you need to do the healing. All right. So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST, and occasionally on Sundays. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram, because I do all my updates over there. And if you want to donate to the channel, there are my Venmo and my Cash App are in the description below. It is never expected, but it's always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye-bye.